Hey guys, Gaming Off the Grid here. A few of you have asked recently how we hook up all of our retro consoles here in the game room, how we get screen capture for episodes, what we're using for live streaming. So in today's episode, we're going to show you how we get all these retro consoles hooked up in Gaji Studios. What are we drinking today?
Today we're drinking, what's this beer called? Enjoy by July 4th, 2020 by Stone Brewing Company. It's a unfiltered double IPA.
All right, sounds interesting. You know the drill. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring that bell icon so you never miss an upload. And sit back, relax, pour yourself a beer if you care to, and let's hook up some retro gaming consoles.
What's going on, guys? It is Smash JT, and you are watching one of my all-time favorite channels in all of YouTube, Gaming Off the Grid. Hey fellas, how about you say we get to smashing?
All right, over here on what we call the retro side of the game room, we got most of our retro consoles over here. There's a couple on the other side that we'll show in a little bit. But all of this stuff over here is either composite or component. And we have these switchers over here. We have a AV switcher or composite switcher and a component switch box over here as well. Through the component switch box, we have our PS2, Xbox, and Wii. So they look really good running through component cables. The majority of the composite stuff is piped over to our Zenith CRT TV. The majority of the, well, actually all the component stuff is piped over to the Sony Vega that we have here in the game room. So the way we have it all set up is the line out is split. And what that allows us to do is have these two drop cords right here. You see we have our dongle for the Elgato hooked up right now because I think we were streaming something on the Xbox recently. But anyway, these line outs are live. Basically, if we have a console on, there's a feed from that console, or from the switch box, if you will, that we can run right into our Elgato for screen capture. And we use that for getting screen cap for episodes or for casting a signal of what we're playing in a live stream. It's a very turnkey setup. That was really what we aimed to do when we set this up. Also, we have not noticed any input lag when running these through switch boxes, as there's no video processing being done in the switch box. It's merely a traffic controller for the signals that is going out of the unit. So that's how we have the retro side hooked up, and all of the audio in the game room comes through this JVC stereo. So very 90s. And now we're gonna head across the way. Robert is gonna show you kind of the HD or HDMI side of the game room. Let's go.
All right, on this side of the room is where most of our modern consoles are. I know there's the NES and the Super, but those get wired back over to those switch boxes that we've already talked about. But over here we got the Nintendo Switch, the Xbox 360, the PS3, and the Wii U. These are all connected through HDMI, and they come up here to an HDMI splitter, and that goes to the Sony Vega up here. It's super turnkey. You turn on whatever console you want to play, come up here and hit whatever button you want to press, and it will just be right on the TV. There's subs on either side of this JVC stereo, and when they're cranked, man, it gets really meaty. So up here, it's kind of a mess, but we got an 8-channel HDMI splitter. This is where all the consoles go into, and we do have an out, so we can hook computers or a Fire Stick so we can cast on to the HD-ready TV, so that's really sweet. And then we have an HDMI drop cord that comes down to here for HD screen cap, live streams, etc. Then over here, we got the Blu-ray, DVD player, VHS player. This is when things get kind of complicated because this is on its own system. So both of these are spliced together, and then they run into this TV and then this TV. So we can actually have a movie playing on both, like an old school, like Best Buy or something like that. You know, when you walk in and the movie's playing on the wall, we can have that here. It's really cool. The one drawback to this TV, besides it being super heavy, is it's HD ready. So that's nice to play the modern consoles, but when you're playing retro stuff on it, there is a little bit of a delay, and you can't play true Leica games on it. But with all the games and the consoles we play, the variety of everything that we play on the channel, we had to make a sacrifice for this TV.
All right, there you go. We peeled the curtain back a little bit on how we get all these retro consoles firing here at GOTG Studios. It's a pretty cool setup, and I'm glad the way we set it up from the beginning was kind of foreshadowing what we'd be doing on the channel and made it very turnkey. And it's nice that any one of these consoles, I don't have them all counted up, but they can be fired up right now, and you flip a switch and you're rolling.
I'm so glad we did that, because I remember when we set it up, it took like almost an entire day. It was so painful. It was like, man, how are we going to figure this out? But now that we did it, we never have to worry about it again. Everything is just turnkey, super easy. All the consoles fire up. Boom, boom, boom. You're ready to go.
Rough count with the minis, I think we have 22 consoles in here that can be played like that. So
yeah, it's so nice to be able to have it like this with the switch boxes and everything. And there's not much input lag. Everything plays how it should be playing. It's fantastic.
And then the drop cords make our screen cap super, super easy, because we'll be editing along. You're like, dude, we got to get some footage of this part or whatever, and it's just ready to roll. Boom. The one thing that I wish we could do, and we haven't figured it out yet, is I would like to be able to stream things through S-Video.
Yes, because S-Video looks beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, we've got Component, which is awesome. We've got Composite, but for like the Dreamcast, the N64,
the GameCube,
being able to stream with S-Video. So that's why we stream on our Wii a lot when we play GameCube games, because we can play through Component.
Yeah, it just looks a little bit better.
I know there's a way, we just haven't got around to going down that rabbit hole and figuring it out.
Yeah, and we'd have to pull everything. It would be a nightmare.
And a big piece, too, that we didn't quite cover when we were standing up shooting this piece is the capture card we use. We use the Game Capture HD. This is not the newest Elgato that they use. The newest Elgato only has HDMI in and out.
Yeah, which sucks.
This has HDMI in as well and out, but it also has this AV in, and there's this dongle that came with it that allows you to hook component or composite cables directly in, and then you just run it out through your USB. I do think you get a little better high-def image out of the new one.
Yes.
But this is kind of the one-size-fits-all, I feel like, for retro gamers. I think other people usually go like composite to HDMI out so that they can play, and a lot of these little, let's grab it here. With one of these, I feel like the image degrades pretty quick with these. We have used them, but man, I'm so glad. And these are they kind of bring a pretty penny, these old ones.
And they don't make this version anymore.
Yeah.
The new ones they make is only HDMI ready, which kind of sucks.
Yeah. So we've got a backup of this. It's a little dodgy on the output. That's why we had to get another one. It works, but if you bump the USB,
then it stops.
You'll lose your signal. And for streaming, that really sucks.
That's important.
So this is kind of a holy grail in our collection. If we lost this bad boy, I don't know what we'd do.
We'd be screwed. I mean, we could still play video games, but half of what we do is with that guy.
Yeah, it's definitely does a lot of heavy lifting for us here on the channel.
And speaking of heavy lifting, Stone Brewing Company, what do you think of Enjoy by July 4th, 2020?
Well, first off, that's awesome. I don't know if it's just because if it really needs to be enjoyed by them. Like, is this a fresh enough beer?
Yeah, I'm just confused, but like that's the title of it.
Yeah,
it's a 4th of July beer. Obviously, the flag's on it, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's really cool. Stone Brewery, they've got some good ones. One of my favorite stouts annually to pick up is their Chocovesa.
Oh, so good, yeah.
This is a little too hoppy for my blood.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I can tell I'm almost certain you like it. There's a lot of teeth to this beer.
Wow. I would not agree with that. This to me is a really smooth double IPA.
Man, it's really bitter.
I don't taste the bitterness at all.
Yeah, it's really bitter. Like, I'm going to be able to get through it, but this is not my cup.
All right, good thing there's 5 more in the fridge just for me.
Yeah, you can have them all.
Dude, what's crazy about this beer is it's really enjoyable if you like IPAs, I guess. It's really smooth. It's a double IPA, and it comes in at 9.4%. So this is a heavy banger, but it goes down easy. So this is a dangerous 4th of July summer beer. Like, this would be great on a hot summer day.
I'm thinking you IPA fans could drink this and have a really nice circle jerk together talking about how much you like hops.
This isn't that
This
hoppy.
beer is very bitter, in my opinion.
Not. He just needs to get a new tongue.
Yeah, let me work on that eBay. Hey. Anyways, guys, we figured we could maybe help some of you out with how to hook up your retro consoles. It is kind of a unique setup, I feel like, the way we have things that can be switched to both TVs.
Yeah, it's awesome how we can do that.
Yeah, and we're big consumers of just media in general. So we love movies and DVDs and Blu-rays. And so the way we configured this game room is that we can fire that at any point in time. So if we're playing retro consoles on the bottom TV, we can watch something on the top, and vice versa.
And usually it's wrestling.
Yeah, we get a lot of that on in here. You know, I think a lot of people that watch maybe have misunderstood, thinking we play HD consoles and we downscale it to a CRT. Our CRT is HD ready.
Yes,
so we're getting a 720p image.
We are downgrading kind of, but yeah, it's HD ready and it's on a CRT. It's so much fun bringing the PS4 in here and playing it on a CRT. That's just awesome.
So we're not super technical a lot of times, guys, so if we said anything that you're like, what the heck were they meaning, drop a comment in the comment section below and we'll try adding some clarity to you. And if you have a question of how to hook something up on your end, because everybody's setup is a little bit different. There's no right or wrong way to do it.
Yeah.
Just what works for you. Maybe we can help you sort that out. We would love to be of assistance. That was the whole reason we filmed this episode. We always appreciate you guys tuning in and subscribing to the channel. Keep gaming, keep drinking. Hopefully beer's not quite as bitter as this one.
So good.
And we'll see you next time right here on Gaming Off the Grid. And we had this teacher that always called her Marjorie. And it...
Marjorie?
Oh, it used to light me up, man.
It lighted you up?
Yeah, because I was like, why would you call her that, dude? That's not her fucking name, you stupid.
Koozies are deceiving. I am not drinking an Exile beer.
But it looks like you are.
Yeah, represent.
You're tricking everybody, including yourself.
Yeah, it tastes like Exile.
Tastes like fucking regret.
That's all of it. That's why I love beer, dude, because it just every beer tastes like fucking regret.
Makes me fucking regret everything about myself and my body.
And my birth.
My birthrights. There's one thing there's one right that I have still to this day, and that's my birthright. Yeah. You ever taste?
Better. For America. Whoa. Okay. Okay, Stoner.
Good job, Stoner.
That's what I call him. We're on a first name basis.
Yeah.